Our next speaker would have been László Balogh, who is an iconic figure of the Hungarian talent support. He was most happy about this conference and enthusiastically prepared his presentation. But unfortunately, he cannot be here with us. Now, he couldn't risk to come up to Budapest during this pandemic era, given his age. He's almost 80. He must take care of himself. It's no question that today's scientific and organizational achievement of Hungarian talent support would be very different without his contribution. The former dean of the University of Debrecen and the head of its Institute for Psychology, although in retired status now, has remained an active teacher of the talent program of today. He also shares his professional knowledge and expertise as the president of Matehetsz. We will listen to his speech presented by Balázs Klein.
Relationship between ECHA and Hungarian talent support since 1987. The intense development experienced in talent support in Hungary since the system's change in 1989 and the European situation of this field are interconnected by many strands. The European Council for High Ability, established in 1987, gave considerable impetus also to the development of talent support at schools in Hungary, and it gave rise to permanent professional contacts with the ECHA in the past 3.5 decades. As for the latter, Hungarian professionals have played a marked role in ECHA's leading body, the General Committee, and its professional committees from the start. It is a telltale sign of cooperation, intensity, that the General Committee has had Hungarian elected members from the establishment of the organization to the mid-2000s. Éva Geffert, Mária Herskovics, and László Balogh. After that, from 2012 to 2020, the internationally renowned Hungarian talent support expert, Professor Péter Csermely, acted as president of the ECHA, and the General Committee has had an elected Hungarian member, assistant professor of Debrecen University, Silvia Fodor, to this day. Hungarian experts played an active part also in other functions within the ECHA. Mária Herskovics had been on the advisory board of the European Journal for High Ability for years, and László Balogh was a member of the International Advisory Board of the upgraded version of the journal High Ability Studies from 1999 to 2008. ECHA's Diploma Committee has also had Hungarian members almost from the start. First László Balogh, then Imre Dávid and Silvia Fodor, and now Enikő Berecki. Of course, permanent live professional cooperation, as indicated in the above, played a major part in the development of Hungarian talent support in the past 3.5 decades. ECHA's Hungarian chapter had been formed as early as 1987 under the leadership of Éva Geffert, who gathered together the domestic professionals active in talent support. Later on, the Hungarian Talent Care Society, Magyar Tehetséggondozó Társaság, grew out of this core as the first post-system change domestic NGO with a membership of several hundreds, playing a substantial role in the dissemination of the up-to-date forms of domestic talent support and the cultivation of international relationships. Today, there are already more than 100 NGOs active in talent support. In recognition of the achievements of Hungarian talent support, the Institute of Psychology of the Hungarian Academy of Sciences, MTA, could host ECHA's second conference dedicated to talent support at home and at school. In Budapest in 1990, this was the first time after World War II when several foreign professionals could directly share their views on the theory and practice of modern talent support. Exactly 10 years later, in 2000, Debrecen University had the honor of being invited to organize and host ECHA's 7th conference. László Balogh, then Dean of the Faculty of Arts of the university, was appointed chairman of the organizing committee by the General Committee. The conference topic was Talent for the Next Millennium. The above two conferences were the most prominent events in Hungary, but further major conferences also took place with the assistance and contribution of the ECHA. Among them, we can find EU-Hungarian Presidency Conference on Talent Support in 2011, and also the first European Talent Day with 300 participants from more than 20 countries. Matehet's executive chairman Péter Bajor and director of European Talent Center, Budapest, Csilla Fruszek played an outstanding role in the organization of this conference. Thanks to their steady organizing activity, lasting of several years, the European Talent Support ETSN was formed in September 2015 with the efficient support of the National Talent Program and the Association of Hungarian Talent Support Organizations. Today, the ETSN already has more than 400 members from 47 countries. Of course, the scope of permanent cooperation between the ECHA and the Hungarian talent support organizations and experts exceeded that of the conferences, and this was an enormous asset for the development of talent support in Hungary. Two areas must be highlighted by all means. One is the organization of further training for teachers, and the other is the intensive development of Hungarian talent research projects. Professor Mönks, president of the ECHA for 12 years, played a substantial role in the revival of talent research in Hungary. He gave content clues for the development of talent research sub-program of the psychology PhD program of Debrecen University, then KLTE, in 1993. He also had courses as part of the same effort and supported the professional unfolding of PhD students by offering them scholarships at Nijmegen University. How could we summarize what almost 3.5 decades of cooperation with the ECHA gave Hungarian talent support? Hungarian talent support has had considerable traditions going back centuries, and since the appearance of organized programs at the second half of the 19th century, the relevant efforts have yielded considerable success, also in international comparisons. There was some stagnation in the decades after World War II, but the various publicly supported forms of talent identification and support have also reappeared from the 60s on in every special talent field. At the start of the systems change, the end of 1990s, program development gained another momentum, and the last 30 years have shown a straight uptrend in national talent support, with cooperation with the ECHA playing a key role in this. We would like to thank also here the ECHA as organization and its many renowned foreign professional members for their help and ammunition support the dynamic development of Hungarian talent support in the past decades, without which we would not be at the point we have reached since the end of the 1990s.